Now, if you're having yourself a little Halloween soiree, I'm very excited because these are my, like, beautiful, cheesy garlic pumpkin buns. How does that sound? Yes. Now, I say the word pumpkin, but similar to, like, a pumpkin spice latte, there's not a bit of pumpkin in sight. These just look like little pumpkins. They're gonna be really, really cute, but they're basically kind of just, like, cheesy garlic bread buns that look like pumpkins. I'm very excited about it. It's not very scary. It is cute. Every time I see this guy behind me, though, I get a little scared, so there you go. This is gonna be an interesting day. I keep being like, who's there? Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna get to work on these little buns. So the first thing we need to do is get to work on the mixture that goes inside of these little babies. So I've got a bowl here, and in there I'm gonna mix together a couple different types of cheeses and some flavoring. So the first thing I'm gonna use is just a cup of plain old mozzarella cheese that I've grated up. You wanna use a good stretchy mozzarella, like something you'd use on a pizza, not fresh mozzarella, that has too much moisture in it. So add that on into a bowl. If you wanted to do these cheddar, if you wanted to go like smoked Gouda, feel free to do that, but I'm sticking with these ones. Now into there, for a little bit more flavor and punch, I'm going in with 3/4 of a cup of finely grated Parmigiano Reggiano. You could also do Pecorino, any sort of punchy cheese. I find mozzarella delicious, but it's not the most flavorful cheese, so adding this in kind of seasons it. So you're seasoning cheese with cheese, which is a delight in my personal opinion. All right, so give that a toss together. Now into there, to boost up this flavor, my secret ingredient, anytime this time of year when my herb garden is starting to kind of fade, I love buying store-bought pesto because it's such a great way to add so much flavor into anything you put it into. So I need about 2 tablespoons of that. Just get your favorite brand from the store. And if you happen to buy like a really big jar, I like to actually just freeze it in ice cube trays and then just pop out an ice cube, right? It's a good trick. Just heads up, don't make ice in that ice cube tray later because it will taste like pesto. Not the worst thing, but definitely not what you're looking for. Now, into there, I'm also going in with my garlic. Since it is scary season, we don't want any vampires, so I'm going in with 3 cloves of garlic. Feel free to pull back, but I'm going big because that's what I like to do. So I'm gonna rasp those right on in. And just like any time you are working with garlic, the finer you mince it up, the more garlicky and punchy this is gonna be. So if you wanted this to be less garlicky, this sounds kind of counterintuitive, but don't mince it as finely. Maybe chop it. Those little chunks of garlic cook up a little bit sweeter, but I want this like super garlicky, which is gonna be great. Anytime you're having a Halloween party, you usually know everybody, so don't worry, garlic breath won't be an issue. All right, now these are really big garlic cloves, so I'm just gonna go in with 2, but again, you can add 3 if you're feeling it. Give that a little toss together just to combine. You just want that garlic evenly distributed along with that nice basil pesto. If you did have any fresh herbs hanging out, feel free to add those in as well. Give them a toss together. Even some cooked down spinach. You could kind of make these like little pizza bombs too if you wanted some pepperoni, some tomato sauce in there, but we're just going kind of like garlic bready. All right. That is perfectly mixed up, looking delicious. So now we're gonna get to work on our dough. Now, since it is Halloween tomorrow, I'm assuming you're not gonna make your own pizza dough, but if you want to, feel free. I'm just using store-bought. Store-bought pizza dough is such a great hack. Now, when you're using it, you want to make sure you take it out of the fridge and let it come up to room temperature before you start working with it. Anything that's cold, that gluten kind of holds like this, and it's gonna be harder to form. So just leave it, let it go to room temperature, and then you wanna divide it into about 8 equal-ish pieces. I'm just gonna work with 2 right now to show you what's going on. So just divide that up. And then I'm gonna show you how to form these little pumpkin guys. So basically you just wanna flatten that dough out. So I'm working with 2. I love working with pizza dough. It's so stretchy. If anything starts sticking, just add a little bit of flour down and you're feeling good. Now I'm gonna get about 1/8 of this cheese mixture and just kind of spoon it right into the center here. Just add that in, mound it up. You want a good amount of cheese. If a little bit escapes, honestly, not the worst thing in the world. We're gonna call that a pan frico when it bakes up. It's a fancy word for crispy cheese, which is a delight. All right. Now, to form these, I've got a couple different methods. There's the classic kind of bun method, which I'll show you first. So basically, you just wanna bring the edges up to form just a little bun and enclose all of that filling. And then to make this into a perfect little bun, just flip it over seam side down and just kind of run it around the bowl with your hand to make like a nice little round bun, seam side down. Now, if that looks a little tricky for you, if you can't get it the right shape, you can also go the like little bag method. So just pull the sides up, get them all together. And if you're gathering maybe a little bit too much on the bottom, it's starting to get a little funny, you've got this kind of little nub here, just pinch that together and then just grab a pair of kitchen shears and then just snip that little nub off. That's gonna seal that perfectly and you're good to go. Easy breezy, so good. But now we're gonna say, honestly, if you wanted to, you could bake these off right now. Delicious little garlicky stuffed buns. What a delight. I'm so thrilled. But we are going to get a little bit cute in the kitchen today. This is definitely a project recipe. It doesn't take long. It's not hard, but it's a little bit finicky. So I'm gonna show you how to make these look kind of like pumpkins. So what you need is some butcher's twine. This you can just get at really like any grocery store, kitchen supply store, on the internet. It's the stuff you use to truss your Thanksgiving turkey or a chicken or a roast. So just cut a nice long strip. This is about 2 feet long, just because you want to work with more than you think, just in case you run out. And what we're going to do is almost wrap this like you're wrapping up a package. So grab it, put it on the top, flip it over, give it a little bit of a twist, and then flip it over again. And then we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to kind of go diagonal now. So basically what we're doing is trying to make those little shapes. Guys, thank you so much. You're just trying to make it look almost like a little pumpkin. So basically, do it a few times, give it a little bit of a knot, and see, you see those little edges? You're perfect, okay. Now the only tricky part of this, just like anytime you're trussing a chicken or a turkey, is tying things in a knot. Perfect. You just want those edges to just bulge out a bit. So I'm gonna pop that onto a sheet pan. We've got some more done right here already looking cute. I'm gonna trim off that excess little bit of string, just to make sure that that doesn't stick. And then I'm gonna make a bit of an egg wash. If I were to bake these off right now, they're gonna be blonde. They're gonna look not golden brown. But pumpkins, I don't want them to just be golden brown. I want them to be kind of yellowy, orangey. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix together an egg in a bowl, just classic egg wash style. But I'm also gonna add in a teaspoon of paprika. Now you can use smoked paprika if you want that smoky flavor, but this is gonna give you kind of that orangey, beautiful, kind of spooky color. So give that a whisk together. And then we're gonna use this to just brush over those beautiful little pumpkin buns. This is gonna give a little bit of flavor, but not too much. Sweet paprika, obviously not spicy, not smoky. You can do it with whatever you'd like. Grab a little pastry brush, and then just kind of daub this all over the top. It's gonna give you that little bit of color all on there. Don't worry about the string. Guys, I like it. I'm feeling good about this. Now, once you've got all of those nice and coated, you wanna pop those into your oven. I'm going in at 400 degrees, nice and hot, for about, I'd say, 20 to 25 minutes, just until they are golden brown or kind of orange, which is gonna be great. And you end up with arguably the cutest little buns you've ever seen. Oh my gosh. Look at these little pumpkin buns. Aren't those cute? I'm very excited about them. I know it's a little extra, but listen, if you're doing Halloween party, you go for it. Now, wait for them to cool just a little bit. Then you wanna grab your scissors, give a little snip at the top, and then you just kinda wanna peel that string away. Again, this is a little bit of a tricky spot. Ooh, we got a little freako right there. Just peel it away as carefully as you can so you don't break them apart. Again, if you do this while they're still a little bit warm, but not too warm, comes off pretty easily. Okay, what? Oh my goodness, what a thrill this is. Watching Mary Berg take strings off pumpkins? What a delight. All right, there you go. So you've got that nice and uncased with that string. We're gonna add on a little bit of garnish. Pop that off, there you go. And that's gonna go over here. Now, if you want these to really look like a pumpkin, just grab a little sprig of basil, if you've got any left, in your little garden and pop them right on top. Honestly, is it a lot of work? Yes, but are they very cute? Yes, they sure are. Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.